It's taken many long days of negotiations to reach this moment. More than 3 months after ousting Omar al-Bashir, Sudan's president of nearly 30 years, the ruling military council and the opposition coalition sign a deal that's supposed to begin Sudan's transition to democracy.
The
Transitional Military Council has reached an agreement with the Freedom and Change Forces. You have witnessed the signing of the document. It is a huge achievement representing a step towards an all-inclusive agreement among all the forces in Sudan. It ushers in a new era and paves the way for the upcoming step of the consolidation and celebration and reinstatement of the constitutional document for the transitional period. It's a glorious moment.
The agreement stipulates that each side will have 5 representatives in the Sovereign Council, with an 11th member to be agreed on by both sides.
It is with pleasure on this morning to bring the good news to the Sudanese people that we have signed the political document between the Transitional Military Council and the Freedom and Change Alliance. It is a historic moment in the history of the Sudanese people and their journey of struggle. It's a new era of partnership between the brave armed forces and our partners in the Freedom and Change Alliance and the Sudanese people. This document is the fruit of the efforts of the people and us as well. We honour the fallen martyrs, the bereaved mothers and the youth, the fuel of this revolution.
The revolution started in December with anti-government protests and turned into a pro-democracy sit-in at the army headquarters in April. That came to an end when the military raided it in early June, killing at least 100 protesters. The agreement signed on Wednesday still lacks many details, which the two sides are continuing to discuss. Over the past few days, protests in Khartoum have continued, demanding accountability for the killings of protesters to be part of any final agreement. That's something the Forces for Freedom and Change had said it will seek. While the Military Council and the Forces for Freedom and Change coalition gathered in Khartoum expressed optimism in the deal that has been signed, not all members of the coalition are on board with the progress that has been made. Several armed groups who have been meeting here in Ethiopia say that the deal bypasses them and needs to be revised. The armed groups, known as Sudan's Revolutionary Front, say they want the issues of ongoing conflicts in Darfur, Blue Nile and Nuba Mountains and how to resolve them stated clearly in any agreement for a transitional period. Otherwise, the deal will not represent the whole country.
The Sudan's Revolutionary Front has reservations on what has been agreed upon and the way the negotiations have been going on. The FFC focused on power sharing in the negotiations. We are not part of what has been signed.
And they're not the only side not happy with the agreement signed. Just minutes after the signing, people were out on the streets again. But this was not a celebration. They say the revolution will not be complete until a civilian government is in charge. Hiba, Al Jazeera, Addis Ababa.